Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today our group will be presenting about Singaporean English. So first of all, Singaporean English is one of the new Englishes. Another example of new Englishes is like Nigerian English and Indian English. So as a new English, Singapore English, or known as Singlish, have its own history which will be explained further by Danish, its own definition which will be explained by Daniel Mirza, and characteristics of its consonants which will be explained by Goldwyn, and vowels that differ from those RP and JA English that will be explained by Nik Fahmi Reza.
Assalamualaikum. So a little bit on Singaporean English history. So in the early days, the lingua franca of Singapore was not English. It was a pidginized variety of Malay that were called Bahasa Malay. This is due to the reason that there were not many English education in Singapore, and only a few number of Singapore children were sent to school. The second point, when British and English already came to Singapore in 1980s, by that time all education in Singapore are already in English, and by that time as well, Singapore people are learning a lot of other language besides English. And the last point, Singaporean English is very important for the Singaporeans. It is also can be called Singlish. It is like an identity for them, as they can use standard English and also Singaporean English in their daily life. They are easily used to differentiate between these two, and as well learning other language to move forward to become a better country.
Okay, hi, Assalamualaikum. So I am Daniel Mirza, and today we are going to talk about Singlish. So the first thing first, we have to understand what is the definition of Singlish. What is exactly a Singlish? So, to make it simple, Singlish is an English-based Creole language that is spoken in Singapore among Singapore citizens. And if you observe closely to their daily conversation, you will come to know that Singlish is a mixture between several languages such as Tamil, Hokkien, Cantonese, and also Malay. This happened due to prolonged language contact between speakers of different language, like I've mentioned before, Cantonese, Hokkien, Tamil, and also Malay. And this is what makes Singlish unique, because it's kind of mixture of several languages. And that is Singlish.
Moving on to the characteristics of consonants. First of all, the ending consonants of a word are usually dropped for the cause of effective communication in Singaporean English. This is because Singaporeans do not distinguish the voiced and voiceless fricatives in almost every word they use in informal settings. With the heavy influence of Malay, Mandarin Chinese, English and Tamil as their official language, Singaporeans do not emphasize the grammatical rules of standard English. In this particular language, the TH fronting of English words would be replaced with the initial consonants such as D. For example, the word these, Singaporeans would say it this, with the application of alveolar plosive. As a result, Singaporean English sounds very casual in daily conversations, as they tend to speak fast in a straightforward manner. Another significant aspect of Singaporean English is the deletion of a consonant cluster. A word with multiple consonants appearing medially or in the final position tends to be reduced to ease the speakers. This can be done by omitting the consonants within a word to simplify the pronunciation, and thus explaining the casual way of Singaporeans in their conversations. For instance, the word park in standard English would be pronounced as park in Singaporean English, where the word has been simplified with the deletion of R. According to Rabuzin in 2018, the reduction of a consonant cluster would interfere with the grammatical rules, as this feature involves the deletion of ending consonants. Let's say for the word trick as a past tense, Singaporeans would pronounce it as trick without emphasizing the sound of ed in the end. The same goes with the loss of s in the present tense. With this distinction, foreigners might be baffled upon hearing Singaporean English for the first time due to the lack of emphasis on the grammatical aspects. Thank you.
Now let's move on to Singaporean English vowel characteristic. The disparities in quality and length between Standard Southern British or SSB, short and long vowel are frequently neutralized in SEP or Singaporean English pronunciation. As a result, I, L, A, and U are commonly mispronounced. Furthermore, in SEP, E and Q are frequently interchangeable. As a result, pairing of words that are fairly distinct in SSB have the same sound in Singaporean English. Words such as sit, sit, cut, cut, caught, could, full, full, bed, bud, diphthongs, as opposed to monotongues, entail a shift in quality throughout the vowel. The diphthongs in SSB are 8 in total. Although SEP contains the same number of elements, 2 of these diphthongs are pronounced as lengthy monotongues. The SSB, in face and O in nose, might in SEP be transcribed as E and O. When Singaporeans say these words, there is often little change in quality during the course of the vowel. The most common vowel is the SSB is the schwa, the short vowel at the start of the word like about and around. In unstressed SSB syllables, short vowels are often pronounced as schwa. This is called vowel reduction. In SEP, it exhibits a much less frequent vowel reduction than SSB and often retains a full vowel even in unstressed syllable. Note that in SEP, the absence of systematic vowel reduction sometimes means that a distinction has been made between a pair of words, such as affect and effect, which no longer occurs in SSB. Thank you. Now let's move on to the next topic.
As a conclusion, we can see that many factors influence the shape of the English language in Singapore, including the diversity of languages with which it coexists. For example, Tamil language, Mandarin language, and Malay language. On the other hand, some speakers also value Singlish for its ability to express a Singaporean identity. So with that being said, I hope that our group's explanation is enough to make you all understand. So thank you from all of us.